Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. A little disclaimer before we get started here. These videos, the next few videos, may contain some slight spoilers for Rime of the Frostmaiden. Now, I can't tell you that they're going to be big spoilers, so if any of my players decide to try to sneak in these videos and, hopefully get a little edge, no, you're out of luck. You did not succeed. I didn't succeed, because I don't know what I'm doing. You'll have to excuse them. They don't have volume control outside the door. Anyway, recording with family, right? Anyway, today I'll be showing you how I built some quick and easy like dog sleds for Rime of the Frostmaiden or any other snowy encounter where you would need sleds. Anyway, and these are not the best thing. I built them in kind of a rush because with my players, their schedules are a little, here and there. Like, we don't have a designated time for when we actually play these games. It's not like, every Sunday, every Saturday. It's 1 minute it could be on Monday and Tuesday. The next week it could be like Wednesday and then Saturday. We don't know. So a lot of these builds that I've been doing, have been doing, are kind of rush jobs. So I kind of have to just do them quick. Which a lot of you people who've been doing this a lot longer is like, that's kind of how it always is. Shut up. I'm doing it my way. Anyway. Sorry if you can hear the hair dryer. Once again, they don't know volume control. Anyway. Today we'll be showing you how to build some dog sleds for Rime of the Frostmaiden. And, yeah. Now, like I said, they're not the best. It's just what I did on the hand. I did at the time. Let's just roll on before I keep repeating the entire intro again. Alright, now, you guys have probably seen these little baby carriages at the Dollar Tree. You get 3 in a pack, and they're okay for different things. I've seen people use them for elephants, but today we're going to be using these for some dog sleds. Now, what you want to do is you want to disassemble it like so. Keep everything set up to the side. You'll never know when you'll need those. And then when you flip it over, you'll want to take some, like, plastic cutter, some snips or something, like maybe like some sort of saw, and trim off the sprue bits which would line the bottom and hold on to the wheels. Then after that, I cut it in half and I trimmed up the ends a little bit to make it look a little better. I cut a piece of chipboard in which I intended to glue to the center. Here you can see a miniature with it for scale. So that way, it's always good to have a mini, that way you'll know that it's going to line up. If it holds a 1-inch base, it'll hold most of the medium-sized creatures. I cut them all the same size, and I started, not all the same size, I cut out all the parts that I would need for this next bit. And I started gluing them together using some hot glue as a way of holding it on. After that, I took some scrap pieces of chipboard and I layered it up to meet the carriage parts. That way, the next bit would lay up there good. I just used some tacky glue and some white glue to hold that together because chipboard drinks up glue and paint very well. As you can see, it's all gluing together pretty nicely. You might need to wipe away some of that, even though it will dry clear. After that, I took some sheets of foam from some styrofoam plates. This is the brand here in case anyone's interested. And I use these plates to make long sheets of wooden planks, which, as you can see here, I laid out some spare ones from when I built some houses on here with some tacky glue to have enough working time to make sure they're properly in line. And some of them I did put them all the way from the end of the sled all the way to the back of the front, the handle area where someone would keep their hands. I don't exactly know what you would call these pieces. And then, as you can see here, I did half of them that way and half of them blank. The ones that are blank, I'm going to glue in some cargo. That way there will be sleds without cargo and sleds with cargo. After that, I took some little wooden dowels and I added a little wooden trim to the sides there. That way it's just not just sticking out. And here you can see I trimmed it up. Made it look kind of pretty. After that, I cut out some thin pieces of cardstock to act as metal banding. I did this for a few of them, not all of them, because the cargo kind of makes it to where you won't need it. Here you can see one that I glued down. I glued the shiny side of the cardstock up, as hopefully, you know, my hopes was the shiny side would help the metallics shine a little better. After that, I gave everything a coating. I gave the foam a coating of black Mod Podge and paint. Black paint and Mod Podge. I swear I'm never going to be able to say that correctly. And everything else I gave a gray priming. Well, once it was all dry, I gave it all a gray primer. Then I coated it in... I coated the sleds themselves in a burnt umber, and then I did a dry brush of a pale daffodil to give this old rotted, like rotted wood color, which I got this trick from the DMG Info, I think, from a while back. At least I think it was him. And the banding, I painted a gunmetal gray. Here you can see the sleds all finished side by side. The cargo is just some scatter terrain that I had made, which I intend to make better ones of, and I didn't feel like just throwing them away. So I glued them permanently inside to add a little variety to the sleds. And yes, I know that the sleds, real-life sleds and stuff, would probably have things tied down or like in bags and not just a big crate and loose things. But, you know, like I said, I built these in a rush job. I wasn't really caring for accuracy. Here you see a little picture of one of my kit-bashed barbarians on a sled with a couple of sled dogs just running through the old snow there. One without cargo, and then the next one with cargo. Not too shabby. Alright guys, that's how I made some sleds for Rime of the Frostmaiden. I hope you guys find this useful. I hope you guys can, well, I shouldn't have to hope. I know you guys can definitely improve upon this, because where I sped through it and didn't, you know, for just a rush job, I know you guys can easily turn around and make it, turn a 5 and a 7 job into a 10 and blow it out the water, which you always do, and that's awesome. Hopefully this comes off right, not sounding weird. Because there's weird, and then there's weird. But anyway, hope you guys found this useful. Hope you learned something, or hopefully you're just entertained for about 8 minutes or so. I don't know, however long this is. I got more videos coming up. All the typical pandering stuff, Redbubble, the channels, Facebook page, the Crafters Guild. They're all down there below, in case y'all want to humor me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep crafting, have fun out there, and be safe.